guys, it's Darcie and I'm back with another art video. I know there have been a lot of vlogs recently, but I finally have another art video for you guys, and it is another unboxing of a creative art box. I always love doing these and I'm excited to see what's in this one. I actually did open it a little bit because I couldn't wait. I didn't see everything that was in here, but I got the general idea, and so I'm excited for you guys to see it too. So let's open the box. As I mentioned, I already opened it, so it's cut. All the little stuffing out, and this is another super awesome box. The theme of this box looks like it is sculpting. That's really cool. I opened it, but I didn't even see the theme. I just saw like a few things here and there. So in this box we have 2 sculpting tools, 1 rubber stamp, a water-based metallic paint Sharpie, a rub and buff wax metallic finish paint, 5 sculpted air hardening sculpting materials, whatever those are, 1 keychain kit, and the super item, which is the extra item in the super awesome box, is 1 silicone leaf mold. So let us look at the actual materials. I decided to start out with the leaf mold that I got. It was the easiest thing to do, and I thought I would just put the clay in there and let it sit while I played around with everything else. So I set that aside and decided to try to make a little pendant, because that was one of the suggestions that they gave, and I sculpted it out as best I could. It was still very rough. I put the rubber stamp on it, and it didn't really turn out that great. So yeah, so that's 2 things down. I tried to put a little keychain circle in the pendant so that I could hang it on a string, I guess, but like I said, I don't even like how it turned out. This is me just playing around with the little tools they gave. I'm so new at this, and I was pretty much completely lost when I was working on this stuff. The next thing I decided to make is a little moon. It was pretty easy to do with the tool that you can use to cut out circles. So that's number 3. I got the bright idea to try to do some little designs in it, and that also didn't really turn out very good. With the remainder of the clay from the moon, I just put another stamp on it, because why not? So that's 4 little tiny things I made with the clay. The leaf mold worked out pretty well. This is what it looked like when it first came out, and it had a bit of extra clay stuck on it, so I just decided to pick that stuff off. And it was pretty easy to pick off. I was very careful so I wouldn't crack everything else, but it turned out pretty good. This little thing was pretty sad, to be honest. The little keychain thing did stay in, so that's something. But it was really hard to make the clay smooth, so it had lots of lumps in it. And here's the little moon thing. As I said, those little stripe design on the front didn't really work out. So there's my 4 little sad clay creations. I decided to try to use this rub and buff gold paint, just to see how it would turn out. It suggested just rubbing it in with your finger, so I tried that. Next, I decided to try the paint marker that they gave. As always, you have to make these markers work first. You have to shake them up and then try to push the ink out, and so that took a while. And then I decided to just try it on the feather. I didn't put that much on, just enough to get the idea. Okay, so right about here, after I had finished all my little practice creations, I thought, okay, now it's time to actually make something that looks good. So my first idea, since I really like drawing people, was to try to sculpt a person. Yeah, that was not the greatest idea. I tried to make a little face. It just kind of looked creepy and didn't turn out very good at all. So I worked on that for a little bit. Then I gave up and on to the next thing. I started making these little squares and I decided I'll stack them up and make something like a castle or a tall tower. So I worked on that for a little bit. I made this little archway because I love those little circle cutout tools, whatever you want to call them. And then I stacked them all together and kind of looked lame. So here's my finished building. Turned out pretty great. Definitely put that in a museum. And I still wasn't done yet. I wasn't ready to give up, so I decided to start over from square one. And by now the clay was really hard to move around without it cracking. Whenever it first comes out of the pack, you can move it around and smush it and stuff, and it's pretty good. But once it sits out in the air for a little bit, it'll start cracking when you try to roll it around and move it with your hands, and it won't be smooth anymore. So that was something that was super frustrating. But I tried to work with it as best I could. I decided to use 2 packs of clay. And my first thought was to kind of make an Oreo or something, and then I'd paint it later, but I don't know why I decided to make an orange instead. So here goes the orange, my grand finale. I decided painting it, giving it some color, you know, would make it look better. Thought it would all come together, but no, I was wrong yet again. The clay was really bumpy in the center where I tried to make those little strings of the orange, like inside. I hope you know what I'm talking about. Whenever I went over it with the little skinny tool, yeah, it just made it bumpy, and so the surface was kind of hard to paint over, and it just ended up pretty crappy. But yeah, that's where you learn things, guys. I'm not giving up sculpting because of this bad experience, but it was interesting. I used to really like making things out of clay when I was little, and I just remember having lots of fun with that, but it's been so long, and it's not that easy. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video anyway, and I definitely hope you check out Creative ArtBox. They always give me something new to try, and I really enjoy checking out what's in each box and trying it out for myself. So I definitely recommend it to all of you who are watching this video. Please don't forget to give this video a like if you did enjoy it, and a comment. And if you're new to my channel and would like to see more content like this, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys next week with another video.